Hello guys, and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs, and welcome back to the 156th episode of the Now Update. Today I've got quite a lot to talk about, so let's jump in with all the latest Now That's What I Call Music news and updates. So first of all, we'll go through those upcoming albums that are due to be released. We did of course have the release of Now That's What I Call 12-inch 80s 1980 on Friday. The album is of course out now. If you would like to get yourself a copy of the album, you can do. I will of course leave a link in the description down below. If it's going to get yourself a copy, you can of course get yourself a copy from Amazon, HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And of course, as that album is already out, you can get that from supermarkets and HMV stores. And for supermarkets, you'll have to check if the local supermarket still has a CD section. So now I'll go through the upcoming albums that are due to be released. So we have Now That's What I Call Music 115, and that's due to be released on the 28th of July. Alongside that release, we have Now That's What I Call Music 15, the re-release, and that is also due to be released on the 28th of July. Then we have Now That's What I Call USA the 80s, and that is due to be released on the 11th of August. And then we have Now Yearbook 1992 Extra, and that is due to be released on the 18th of August. And all these albums you can pre-order. There'll be links in the description down below if you want to go and pre-order. You can of course pre-order from Amazon, HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And when these albums are out, you'll both get them in supermarkets and HMV stores. And for supermarkets, you'll have to check if the local supermarket still has a CD section, as not all of them do. If the local supermarket does have a CD section, then you of course will be able to get this album in your local supermarket. So now let's have a look at all the Outside Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart. This is where I look at all the Outside Music albums that feature in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday. So number one, we have Now Yearbook 1992. That of course is a new entry at number one. That has done so well to go straight to number one. I was definitely expecting top 5 for that album, and I'm so glad that's gone straight to number one. Let's just hope that doesn't fall down many places over the next few weeks. At 10, we have Now That's What I Call a Sizzling Summer. At 12, we have Now That's What I Call Music 114. Now that is unfortunately down 3 places this week. Last week that was the number 9. This week of course is unfortunately down 3 places. I do hope that can make its way back up into the top 10 over the next few weeks. I know it's kind of been a little bit in and out of the top 10 for the last few weeks, and hopefully it can make its way back up into the top 10. At 25, we have Now That's What I Call Legendary. At 32, we have Now Millennium 2000 to 2001. At 34, we have Now That's What I Call Massive Hits and Number Ones. And at 45, we have Now That's What I Call 80s Alternative. So those are all the Outside Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday. So this week we have 7 Now albums in the top 50. We did of course also have 7 albums in the top 50 last week, so we maintain the same amount of albums of course, as we do of course have a new entry this week. That means one of the albums in last week's chart has of course been pushed out, and this week the albums really don't seem to be doing very well. The statistics for the Now albums in the top 50 this week are: we have 5 albums going down, we have 1 album going up, and we have 1 no mover. So of those 7 albums, the majority this week are of course moving down, 5 of which are moving down, which is such a shame to see. I really do hope more of these can start moving up. We will of course have a load of new entries over the next few weeks. Of course in a few weeks we'll have 2 albums go straight in the chart, as we'll have Now Outside Music 115 and Now 15, so we'll have 2 albums that week. And of course over the next few weeks I expect more albums will be announced, and then of course we'll make new entries in the chart, but hopefully more of these albums can start moving up over the next few weeks. So that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give a massive thumbs up. Be much appreciated if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and notifications to be notified every time I release a new video, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just aside right there, and links to those social medias will be in the description down below, and make sure to follow up on all them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.